Hi everybody, this is Roxy, and I just wanted to show some notebooks that I've been making, and I've made notebooks. I'm kind of a list maker, so I love little notebooks, and when I got my Zutter Bind It All, I started making these little notebooks, and what I do is I just go to like an Office Max or office supply store, and they sell index card size paper. Well, they're actually blank index cards, or you can get the lined ones. But what I do for these is I just use the paper as is, the size 3x5. And then for these little ones, I just use like some nice thick paper. This is the I think it's Can Company. I don't remember papers and brands, and sometimes I do. Cosmo Cricket I do because that's my favorite. Anyways, I just throw these together, and I do sell them in stores. These I sell for about $3, but I also use these little books for just special gifts for people or stocking stuffers with the holidays coming up. Here's another one from the little Woodsy line. And like I said, I'll if anybody's interested in that line, it's from last spring, so I'm sure everybody's had it. Another kind that I make, these I cut with my Spellbinders, Nestabilities oval scallop. And then I also have the oval straight edge. But this I cut from coffee cup warmers, the thermo coffee sleeves. And I just cut the paper, I just cut the sleeve in half and then throw it through the Nestability. And for this one, I just slapped on some vintage note music paper. And then on these, like I said, I used the oval disc or die. But then what I did is, this is the, I think this is Cosmo Cricket's paper from last year, their Christmas paper. And I'm probably wrong, but anyways, I just used the pretty paper, the pretty paper on one side, and then for the note side, the blank white side. And then these are, again, coffee sleeves, and on this one I also used the the blank index cards, and then I just cut them a little bit smaller than the coffee sleeve, and just hand cut them out. There's probably 25 pages in here, and then bind it with the Zutter. But these are just fun little, like I said, little stocking stuffers or gifts. I sold these in stores too, and I actually sold these, and my friend had a vintage, she sold vintage items, but also artists who used vintage papers or any kind of homemade stuff. And I actually sold these for $6, $5.95, and they sold like hotcakes. So if you got a little coffee shop, this is my favorite local coffee shop, and they actually don't use these sleeves anymore, so I've got a bunch of them. I just saved them. Whenever I get a coffee, just save the sleeve, and all you do is you cut it at the side. You can also cut it here, but I like cutting it at the side. It just is a little neater. And again, just cut out your index cards, and here's some vintage plastic flowers from the 50s and a little stamp, and that's all you got. That's all you need to do. This is from a local hamburger joint. It's called White Castles. They call their hamburger sliders and gut bombs. But it's kind of a favorite. I think they're in the Midwest. I'm sure every state has their own kind of slider place. But anyways, I just left the hot and steamy from White Castle. And then this is just a little picture I have that I scanned into my computer and then reduced it in Photoshop. And just add some vintage buttons and some ribbon, and it's a fun little notebook. Now, my latest notebooks are using cardboard just from boxes I get. Everybody's kind of using the cardboard, but these I call these my little fat notebooks. And again, I'm using index cards. These little index cards, these actually came, I bought them at Kmart, and they actually come in all these colors in a little pack already to this size, so you don't have to cut anything down. I also had bought some lined index cards at Office Max, and you get about 6 packs for a few bucks, and then had my husband take them to work, and the cutter guy there cut them in half for me. You know, again, you can, I've got a guillotine cutter. I could have cut them on there myself, but just a little faster to have them do it. So on this one, I just cut, it's about 2 3/4 by 3 1/4, because then, you know, you've kind of got a little, you know, the covers are a little bigger than the index cards. And for these, I punched the holes on my bindery, my 7 Gypsies bindery, and then just use some rings. And this paper is from October Afternoon. It's their Farm Fresh. And if you haven't seen October Afternoon's paper yet, it's adorable. It's very retro and really cute. That's where this line is from. That's just a little fince from those little packs of Dress It Up buttons that you can find. I know a lot of stores have them for about $1. And then here's also October Afternoon, and this is their back to school paper line, and this is a from my Slice back to school design card. I cut out a little schoolhouse, the stack of books, and then those stamps are from Pink Persimmon, which has really cool retro stamps. And then this little detention Lose Next Turn, that's from the paper pack. And then just a little pencil. But this paper pack is so cool. It's just got really a lot of potential in that paper, in the October Afternoon paper packs. They are hard to find. I know Blue Room Scrapbooking, they just had a thing on, I think yesterday, put a video up that they're selling, you know, kits and stuff. But it's the really fun paper. Now this is, of course, my Cosmo Cricut is my favorite. I love Cosmo Cricut paper so much. I just love it. I love it. I love it. This is their, it's their cooking kind of recipe one. I can't remember. I can't even find it. I don't know where I got it in my art layer here, but it's got lost. But anyways, I made this just to keep track of my diet. And I'm not going to show you the inside because it's my little notes. But I just cut this. I ate my willpower. That was just from the paper kit. This was just a little goofy flower I had. But how cute is Cosmo Cricut? This is Cosmo Cricut's paper, Mr. Campy. And I don't have much of that left. I made a mini swap for Samantha out of it. And I only had a couple pieces of paper left. But this was just a fun idea for a travel log. If you're going to go traveling, you can keep track of things you see along the way or your mileage or whatever. But the travel log letters and the little camper is from my Slice travel design card. And these little notebooks, these little fat ones, they take about, you know, 5 minutes to make, like all of them, because you just cut, and, you know, if you can find the index cards that are already cut, it's already ready for you to go. So those are just some fun little notebooks, and I hope you give it a try, and if you like, leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Thanks very much. Bye.